Doggo does get himself over the right side of the wall. Driver desperately wanted to do the same thing, but there's a little bit of brush, and FlyQuest realized that I think their only real option.
FlyQuest were so confused there. They had no idea where CFO were because Bwipo just teleported to his own secondary tower.
CFO, it'd have to be a steal as now Rest looking for that angle, trying to find the knockups here. As out he goes as Doggo just takes down Quad. They're all starting to explode, and now he presses W, runs forward. Masu trying to get out of there. The axe from downtown, and he gives the thumbs up as he looks to chase out Masu here. There it is, grabs the triple, and Doggo on
top and bot, but or top and mid, but. Is this something?
TP. Faker feels good because he has a death cap, and oh god, he wants to use it! Redemption going in! That looks completely insane, but my man, did he do the math?
That was having him burn his flash in these early stages, and the individual laning phases, small wins for T1.
Going in, immediate knockup, it's not going to stop the pushback from the Emperor's Divide. Jojo Pune running, but Owner happy to grab another carry on the way as well. Instead, going to turn his attention to the wave. Elioya finally here, but it's just too late. The lanes for MKOI getting picked off so quickly as Keria even now tries to deny little bits of farm.
Great timing there from T1. You can see MKOI were aware of the level.
We're enthusiastic here by Ginger.
Yeah, I mean, for Smite Bites, Rock Q for Kiana is very good.
Dear. Here's the dive, 2v2, the flash forward from Doggo, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Masu, he flashes away. There's a stand aside, and there's also a kill in the mid lane. What the heck is going on? It's another one as Rest gets the feats of warfare, and CFO just won everywhere on the map.
Yeah.
Here said they had to kind of find some of these aggressive moves, and they absolutely were able to.
But it's also one they shouldn't really have been able to find, because Steadfast Presence exists. Unless we saw Hung use it earlier on in the lane as they were trying to push it up. It's Bin's caught out, all out from 369. He just wins out the 1v1, no dominance on Bin. On now caught out a little bit, but he's going to get the knockback onto Kanavi. Has to flash away as Bolt Breaker out. Will get the CC onto that Trundle. Knight trying to put the damage in from the side, and Emperor's Divide coming out again as Shadow tries to retreat. Takes Kanavi, jumps back in with a Bolt Breaker. Cream in the middle of them, and Knight still so healthy. The Blast Cone knocks back 3 of BLG. Knight flashes the wall, and Cream is churned to butter. BLG fine too. Just have the Wukong engage into a hero's entrance, which is what you want, and you have to give credit for top esports for not allowing that.
They're surrounding him.
Looking for it now. On's going to get caught up towards the top side, dashes away, has that Gleaming Quill, TP in, as well as Bin goes in for the counter strike. He lands it onto Kanavi. Supreme Decided Talent's going to get him stunned. The Cyclone from Base 1. Jackie Lurt's already killed off on, and top esports just immediately turn it around. Base 1 trying to swing around with a Cyclone, but it's a Tempest for BLG. Now 2 for 2. Elk on the back foot. Knight gets caught in the Justice Punch. Elk flashes, finds the root, finds the Feather Storm. Jackie answers. Jackie flashes in. Jackie Love for top esports. Pulls it from beyond the... He just survives any push is happening, and you can't push into a Ziggs because he just puts that explosive minefield down as on, flashes forward for the double pop Blossom, and they lock up Jackie Love. Elk will get the kill, Hung's gonna fall second, BLG collapse again in the mid lane. They're setting up for the Rift.
Really rot them down, you force them to look for engages, and TS are trying to do just that. I wonder if they had vision of this Wukong recall, because no one's here.
Teleport. He's going to TP up towards the top side, as is Knight. The other come down to 10,000 HP, but top esports going to back away from it for now. Pull it up towards this top side. Cream standing on that front line. His hit 224, needs one more. Gets it with 225. Now has that burn. The Archon down to 3,000. On looking for the quickness. Doesn't land it on anyone. Has to dive onto 369. The Hero's Entrance coming out as Kanavi secures the Archon. 369 standing in the middle of them all. Elk with a Feather Storm trying to pull back with the Blade Caller. Base 1 almost down. 369 falls first, but Cream is flapping his way onto the backline. Has to flash away. Bin dives forward with a flash of his own into the pit. But top esports are coming out on top. In the end though, Bin finds Cream. Now it's all on Jackie. The bot lane's the only ones alive. Top esports will...
To spot it exactly what Elioya and Nav are up to, because this is what I was talking about. Like, this duo of both Braum and Trundle, incredibly strong on the invade if they can start getting some of those auto attacks down.
Supa has recognized that fist fighting is the solution. Who's going to get it? That's the third stack. Knockback on Aguma. Flash forward auto in the 1v1. Supa comes out on top.
The Vayne dueling powers.
tricky with the tunnels there. Luckily does not take a tower shot, but now it's Owner coming in behind. Mirwin, of course, has the ulti available. Public execution back into Owner, trying to get tricky with it. Bit of a sidestep there. The Sundering Strike ready to come through, but he just has no time to press the button. 2 spins coming in, but Mirwin!
He gets a kill back onto Doran. A catastrophic miscalculation. Towers here. You can see assist pings are deep. They're going to try to look for a TP play here. Bin's trying to find an angle.
Notice Hung doesn't have the TP, the flash. Counter-strike out, Bin gets exhausted immediately. Knight looks for that flank. Bin with a stopwatch, ongoing aim, grand entrance. Meanwhile, on the top side, 369 the target for Elk. Hung's already down. Bin looking for a re-engage, dives in onto Jackie Love. That's 2. Bin's doing it. Knight flashes away, but Kanavi dives in. On with a battle dance. The counter-strike from Bin will get 1. 369 down. It's a triple for Bin. He's looking for more. Make it 4 for BLG. Somehow they hold on.
That means he's just starting to drift further behind, and Gwinsu's Rage Blade is a big item spike, but we don't get there.
Exhaust onto Elia, locked up, all the CC leverage. Alvaro looking for the disengage as Dorn's off to the side, has been caught by the Condemned. Guma flashing backwards, already used the spell shield. It's Mirwin in the midst of the entire team. Fall with the Petrifying Gaze. Supa's still untouched for now. Slowly they're chipping through the health bars, and Doran's about to fall. That's the Silver Bolts proccing, blinking health bars across all of MKOI as they start to retreat. Guma, Faker, still alive, the Realm Warp available. T1, do they want to chase?
Public execution of Mirwin, he's going!
We're gonna go back on Guma. Guma with a perfect spell shield, looking for the follow-up as well. Still standing for a moment, but Elia goes right in, looking to chop a bite out of Guma. Supa gets the kill, but Faker untouched for now. Again, MKOI playing on the edge. Owner about to be hand-delivered. Elia looking for the angle with the pillar. Extra movement speed for Jojo, he's not gonna be able to escape. They turn back onto Owner. MKOI still standing.
Faker goes for the kill on
Doran off on the side, isolated as well, taunting, threatening. Trying to distract the members of MKOI. Flash forward from Jojo, completely whiffs. Owner immediately turns right back. Alvaro tries to find the disengage. Lock him onto Guma, does not come through. Mirwin cannot find the angle. Supa still standing for now. Knock back into the wall is good, but Owner wants to take down the bait. He doesn't quite have the damage. Supa still standing, but the rest of MKOI are starting to fall. He splits back into Mirwin. Tumble back into the back line. Knock up from Doran. One more ferocious bite, but the Condemned says not today. Supa standing, but here comes Faker.
Faker finishes off Supa and holds the game for T1 in his hands. It looked like Supa might to find this fight now and quickly.
TP there for Doran, and he's immediately going to use it to go to the base. He wants to threaten the back door. MKOI don't have great tools to respond to this. T1 just need to keep the pressure on, and Doran will end the game. Owner with the knockup to keep things going. Carrier there as well. Rise with the Realm Warp. It's Faker and Guma alongside Doran to try to end it all. Mirwin doing his best to hold the line. TP coming in for Jojo Pune. They're not going to be able to cancel it. Mirwin, Jojo Pune, they need to make this work. They don't have the angle. Guma with a perfect spell shield is still going to remain standing. T1 move on to the top 8 at Worlds 2025. MKOI are sent packing.
10,000 HP, but Top Esports going to back away from it for now. Pull it up towards this top side. Cream standing on that front line. Has hit 224, needs 1 more. Gets it with 225. Now has that burn. The Archon down to 3,000 on, looking for the quickness. Doesn't land it on anyone. Has to dive onto 369. The Hero's Entrance coming out as Kanavi secures the Archon. 369 standing in the middle of them all. Elk with a Feather Storm trying to pull back with the Blade Caller. Base 1 almost down. 369 falls first, but Cream is flapping his way onto the backline. Has to flash away. Bin dives forward with a flash of his own into the pit. But Top Esports are coming out on top. In the end, though, Bin finds Cream. Now it's all on Jackie. The bot lane's the only ones alive.
His HP does have access to the redemption, but instead is just going to opt to reset. Herald used in the bottom lane as Owner finds Supa. Face first, pushes him back to the wall, immediately CC'd. Flash forward with the shockwave. Excellent teamwork, but Owner's still going to be able to find his way out. Now Guma's moving in. Ulti is going to connect, but it's Elyoya who body blocks. Elyoya with the crescent guard, but the snipe from Guma. Dead center right between the eyes to find the double as MKOI are now on the retreat in T1.
Around it, and BLG seem to want to take that Barney. There's a flank from Shadow. He's all the way behind them here, Azale.
We'll see. Shadow's looking.
Oh, it's On, actually, who's got the flank. It's all the Zin on the minimap, and On's going to find a Pop Blossom here. Top Esports, they don't know what's coming. Pop Blossom onto 4! The Call of the Forge got a eulogy for TES. As a great collapse comes out from BLG, they continue to flash forward. Cream trying to survive, and he just can't do it. The TP behind. BLG don't want to leave a man standing. Knight makes them kneel. A double for him. A perfect flank. And that's
down to the Rek'Sai. And CFO just moved back towards this Baron. Cheeky little ward there is actually unseen, as now the Pillar is doing great work against Whippo once again. Good double knock-up though, as he finds the ulti onto 2. That is going to be another Pop Blossom connecting though out of Kaiwing. He finds the double, as Whippo able to make his way up, but Doggo finds that last act. Supreme display of talent doesn't work at all, and Doggo keeps himself alive because, like you say, this guy's a tank on the Draven. Boostio's turned into fish food. It's another multi-kill here as the ace comes in for
We're going in MKOI's favor, but when it came towards the objective setup and how to play the map, T1 just ever so slightly ahead. Now MKOI, there's even they brute force their way in through the mid lane. Faker is separated.
Charm is there. Lock up on Owner, but he goes invisible for a brief moment. Now he's pulled him to the death realm up against Mir when ulti is really going to do nothing, but Owner's still able to retreat forward now. Alvaro taken down. Owner coming over the wall, going to pop out in a brief moment, wants to get the grass blade, doesn't have time. That's the shutdown, but it should be super uncontested. Instead it's Carrier coming in with the pulverize, and now it's Elyoyo versus the world. He goes into the Faker, but there's too many people. There's not enough Sky to sunder. There's nothing left to guard. Jojo wants to make the difference, but Guma grabs it. 3-man shockwave. He just doesn't have the damage yet. He doesn't have the items. Jojo Pune keeps him low, but Doran wants to keep going. Q3 ready to pop. Pull through on the all-out. Looking for the Pathmaker to confirm. Tries to predict Jojo, and it just doesn't work. Doran looks like he's about to fall. Nice sidestep on Guma's Q, but Doran just barely able to walk away.
It's the Canadian mid laner trying his best, but it's Faker who's better and snipes him out.
I don't even know if that was necessary.